From the front line of truth, where courage meets convictions, this is The Conservative Viewpoint.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Conservative Viewpoint. It's Monday night. You guys made it through another weekend and the whole Monday. And now it's time to get a clear, unfiltered look at the world we live in. We're not here to give you the mainstream media talking points. We're here to give you the facts, the conservative perspective you won't hear anywhere else. So let's start things off with the segment, This Day in Political History. Now, on this day, August 25th, back in 1814, a dark day for our young nation. The British burned the U.S. Capitol, the Treasury, and other public buildings during the War of 1812. It's a stark reminder of what happens when we aren't vigilant or strong, a lesson we should always remember. So, hey, speaking of strength, coming up after this break, it's the MAGA Minute. I'll be talking about the real movement happening in this country. Then we're going to get into some topics that the mainstream media is absolutely terrified to touch. We've got news of some corrupt Democrats who are finally being investigated. And, of course, they're already trying to get ahead of it by claiming Trump is weaponizing the government. Wow. After all we've put up with for the last 4 years of the Biden administration and them doing it, after we've put up with all this, and they're going to just run their mouth. You'll see why when we talk about it. So, to see, they're all doing this they were trying to do this to keep Trump out of the White House. So we'll expose the lie and talk about the latest illegal criminals being deported like Garcia and the activist judge trying to dismantle Alligator Alcatraz. I've got this and so much more all tonight on the Conservative Viewpoint. So stick around. It's going to be interesting. But the show begins now. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Monday night. Oh, is it crazy or what? The weekend went way too fast for me. And it's unbelievable, right? But we have got a ton of stuff to go over tonight, guys. And like every Monday and Friday, sometimes we don't get into videos, but Monday we might not get into it today with the amount of stuff that's went on over this weekend and what's still going on today. But we are going to get busy. We're going to get into this, and let me see if I can get Rumble going here. So I don't know what the hell's up with them. But, yep, we're going to give a shout-out to everyone that's here. And anyone new to the show, welcome. Glad to have you. Don't forget to tell me hi in chat so I know you guys are here. You guys will want to learn because we're going to be having a drawing this week sometime, and I'm going to show you here later on in the program what the prize is for this week. You guys are going to want to get your name in if you want a chance to win, because guess what? Everybody's back in the hat again. Everybody that has sent me their names are back in the hat, so anything goes. Anyone wins. It's as simple as that. So I'll show you that here in a little while. So make sure you get your name to me. It's down in there in ticker at the Conservative Viewpoint at yahoo.com. Get it to me, guys, if you want your name in. It's a great prize. I think so. But all my prizes are great. So get your name in quickly. Let's go. All right. Let's give it up for Rumble. No, let's not give it up for Rumble. There ain't nobody in there. All right. Let's get up to Facebook. We got YouTube still in the house. Still going. We're still kicking. All right. And we got Twitch. I don't know how many people I get on there. I do not know. X. We got a few people on X in there. X people. Come on, get your names into me if you guys want a chance to win. There's Violet Dixon right there. We'll talk about her in a second. If you guys want in on the drawing, get it to me at the Conservative Viewpoint at yahoo.com. if you want a chance to win. We've got all those in there. Plus, we got Getter over here kicking it off. Let's see who's starting off the top of the charts tonight in Getter. We've got Texas John. Did you win? No, John, you did not win. Man, I'm telling you, you were close. You were this close. I'm telling you. We got Radical Right Sean happening right now. There he is. Said Shell. Hi, Shell. We got everybody in here. We got my brother's keeper. And there's my brother's keeper right there. He is. Hot dog. Everybody's in the house tonight, guys. We got Calico Crazy's happening right there. So we got to get the numbers up in Getter. Come on, man. We got enough people. We should get them up in there. Say hi, guys. Anyone in Getter, just say hi. It's not a big deal. Boom, boom. Get in the chat. You guys will have a blast. Now we got to kick it off with the one, the only, Wimkin.com, guys. WIMKIN. I tell you this every night that we're on. Download the app. Get on the web version, whatever it is. Sign up. Join us in chat. You'll have a blast on both of them. You'll have a blast in Getter. You'll have a blast in Wimkin. Trust me, we got the best bunch of people. We got the Wimkin Warriors in here. You guys got to get in here and join us. You guys will see that you'll have some fun, and we will get into it. State, what's going on, man? And Johnson Balls, what's happening, man, over there in Facebook land? Excuse me, guys. But we're going to knock it off with who's on the top tonight, and that is Lee. What up, Lee? Lee's in there today, guys. Haven't seen a lot of Lee lately, but we got Texas Tammy there. We got Gregory Allen Carnes Jr., guys. If you are on Wimkin, please check him out. Excuse me again. Go to his site. Check out his podcast he puts on every time he wants to blow off some steam and get some information out. Check him out. You guys will love it. All right, let's keep going. We got Texas. We got Tim. Tim, what's going on? Tim, Michael's there. Michael. Violet Vixen 29, guys. If you're seeing me, you can see her. Man, kick off a kick-ass show tonight. You guys are going to want to watch it. Check out Violet Vixen 29. Check out the Rebel Chicks What It Calls, guys. You guys are going to love it. Trust me. If you want to do it. She's on weeknights 7 to 9, right before me, Monday through Friday. Oh, yeah. You guys will love it. Check it out. All right, John M. We've got John. Pat. Pat is here, everyone. Make sure you guys tell Pat hi. Pat, hi, Pat. Nice to see you, Pat. All right, guys. Like I said, we got a lot going on. I'm going to show you the prize for this week. I just sent out the 2 winners from last week. I did 2 winners because that's what we had left in the hat, because we starting all over again this week. There's a weekly drawing once a week. Somebody wins something until I run out of stuff. And I'm not close to running out of stuff yet. We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We might got about 10 weeks more of stuff. Shit, that's pretty good, right? 2.5, 3 months. Maybe I'll throw in a couple more here. I don't know. I might not be seeing something over there, but that's what we got, guys. So if you want in on a drawing, down there below, conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com. Kick it up. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's start off. Hey, there's somebody in Rumble. One person. It might be Vic. Who knows? All right. Here we go. What are we starting off with? We got Trump's policy bringing a blue collar swing. Wow, get this. To the Republican Party. Okay, here we go, guys. Unlike many politicians who make lofty promises to the middle class like us, while campaigning, then abandoning their promise like they all do. But anyway, Trump did not. He's been actually keeping his promises to the blue-collar American worker and has borne fruit evidence of wage growth, polling, assistance to America seeking well-paying jobs, the One Big Beautiful Bill, Pell Grants to help you get a job, adding vocational training to the mix. What else we got? The money helps too. By the way, in comparison, graduates who work with their hands after vocational training are far more likely to earn considerable more money. That is a fact. Welders, electricians, you name it. Trust me, you do make more money. And a blue-collar wage rise, so do traditional American values and party identification, guys. He has lived up to his campaign promises. Not that you would know if you listen to these idiot liberals, or not, but that is a fact. He has and will do. Rogue, that's Rogue over there in Rumble. What up, Rogue? All right, give me back here. No problem. And hey, you know what? Before we go into the next article, let's get this Green Frog Lab. Oh, we forgot. We got to do the MAGA Minute too. Let's let's kick things off with the Green Frog Labs real quick. Take a look.
Boots hit the gravel, eyes locked ahead, born for the battle, won't break or bend. Red line reaction, freedom and stride. Raise up the banner, can't take our pride. Hard as the iron, wild as the storm, building our legacy where giants are born. We play the trump card, we break through the guards. Red states rise and lighten up the sparks. Stand tall in charge, we flip the whole board. Wave our colors high, can't hold us back no more. Heart of a fighter, steel in our veins. Built for the battle, we break every chain. Proud with our banner, no fear remains. Fist in the air and we're taking the reins. Raised on the struggle, brave from the start. Born to keep swinging, never fall apart. We play the trump card, we break through the guards. Red states rise and lighten up the sparks. Stand tall in charge, we flip the whole board. Wave our colors high, can't hold us back no more. Hey now, hey now. Rolling thunder loud. Hey now, hey now. Back it down. I bet you $20 you missed this shot. Why did the bicycle fall over?
Because it was too tired. Oh my goodness.
Well done, Green Frog Labs. Had that one left over from last week. I didn't get to show you guys, so there it is for tonight. Well done, Green Frog Labs. Another kick-ass one. All right, we got to say hi to Mark from UK. Came in when you guys were playing that video. We got Jerry Kruger in there. Don't forget he got a podcast everywhere that I'm streaming to, and plus some. So check him out, guys. You're going to love it. We also got Cecil in here. We also got Sean Lively in Wimpkin. We also got, I think I saw Daniel come in here somewhere. Dale's in here. And Daniel just came in. Yep, right there we all, guys. Welcome, guys. All right, let's knock off a little bag of minutes, shall we?
Law and order, push-ups, and the pursuit of peace. Let's break it all down in another jam-packed MAGA Minute. The president traveled to Alaska to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin before hosting a productive summit here at the White House with Ukrainian President Zelensky, the NATO secretary, the president of the European Commission, and heads of state from the United Kingdom, Italy, Finland, Germany, and France, all to further efforts to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Foreign leaders have since remarked that more progress toward peace has been made in the last 2 weeks than in the past 3 years under Joe Biden. All we needed, clearly, was a new president. The president's initiative to make D.C. safe again has resulted in well over 600 arrests, including arrests of an MS-13 gang member, the seizure of illegal firearms and drugs off of the streets of our nation's capital. As a matter of fact, since President Trump began his crackdown on crime in D.C., all crime is down 9%, and violent crime is down 41% when compared to the 10 days before the president's executive actions. Additionally, carjackings are down 83%, robberies are down 58%, murders are down 50%, motor vehicle thefts are down 33%, and assaults with dangerous weapons are down 27%. The president on Thursday went to greet and thank the men and women undergoing this historic effort to make our nation's capital safe and beautiful again. And the vice president, J.D. Vance, visited Union Station to visit troops keeping our nation's capital safe and took some protesters to school. HHS Secretary Bobby Kennedy and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth started quite the trend this week, encouraging other members of the cabinet and Americans like you across the country to participate in the Pete and Bobby Challenge. The challenge is 100 push-ups and 50 pull-ups in under 10 minutes. Can you do it? We want to see you try. And lastly, you should follow the White House on TikTok, where you will find some must-see content. It was another very busy week here at the White House. We will see you for next week for another very busy MAGA Minute.
There you are. There's the MAGA Minute that we've been waiting for. Right, guys? We got Rogue over there in Rumble saying he was on What's Up Canada. And it's amazing to see how many conservative Canadians have Trump derangement syndrome. You believe that crap? Oh, yeah. I think Jerry's on. Jerry, are you on Rumble? I don't know. I got to find out. He got so many I don't know, Rogue. I'll let you know here in a second. So, Jerry, let me know if you're on Rumble. About a third of conservative Canadians absolutely hate Trump. They believe he's NWO with Soros and the rest. They're dumb as shit then, Rogue. I don't know what the hell's up with that. I'm going to have to go. I don't even have WhatsApp. So I might have to do it just to find out. But I want you to listen to one more video before I get on with this. And this just came in a little bit ago. And this is that fat ass Pritzker, whatever his name is, from Chicago, threatening Trump. Oh, yeah. Take a listen. It's real quick.
If you hurt my people, nothing will stop me. Not time or political circumstance from making sure that you face justice under our constitutional rule of law.
You hear that, fat bastard? You need to stay away from a buffet, man. Some bitch wasn't threatening him with justice. Oh, I tell you what, guys, the violent rhetoric that are coming out of these Democrats' mouth, I couldn't wait until tomorrow to show you that, guys. So, but this is kind of stuff that's getting ridiculous. Exactly, Shell. His little prickster. I can't stand that fat bastard. And that's just like that, what's that, Chicago mayor or whatever the hell he is, and him running his mouth too. And this is getting ridiculous. They're protecting. Jerry just threw something up here too that I wanted to tell you real quick. Democrats protecting illegal criminals over Americans. Chuck Schumer demands amnesty for all 11 million illegal criminals in this country. Oh, yeah. This is what the Democrats are doing. Why? Because that's their voter pool. And they need everyone they can get because their Democrats are jumping ship. They still got, I think when I looked it up earlier, I think the Democrats were at like 42 million registered Democrats to our 39, I think it was, or something like that, or 35, something like that. Oh, yeah, they're still up on us, but they're losing people by the day. And they should. Hello, bastard, Jerry Kruger. I'm talking to you. Answer me. Are you on Rumble? If so, give me your name on Rumble so I can give it to the people in Rumble. They're asking. All right, where are we at now? But yes, we'll get off that one. Let's get moving on to the other one. Trump directs AG to prosecute flag desecration. That's exactly what they should do. 1 year minimal in jail, no jumping the line, no parole, no nothing like that. You do the whole year. And that's exactly what, because they're right. It does provoke violence when they do that. It's an insurrection. These people need to do it. And that's what that dumb bastard in Chicago is saying, that he's telling people to attack ICE, to rise up. That's inciting violence. He should be arrested immediately. Why the FBI hasn't done it yet? They need to do it. Yeah, exactly, Conrad. He is a threat to a box of donuts. Absolutely. So let me look here. Hi there, Sean. Oh, I forgot that the chat is like really slow in Wimpkin tonight again. To 1630, that's ridiculous. Duty call. Duty's always takes over there. Perfect. That's okay, Sean. As long as you stop by and say hi, I'm cool with that. Like I have a choice, right? All right. Trump says he wants to revoke ABC and NBC's FCC license for Democrat bias. This should have been done a long time ago. Absolutely. Violent Vixen over there in Rumble right there. I see her right there. Hey, Vic, do you know if Jerry is on Rumble or not? I cannot know. I do not know. If I do, I have him on there, but I'd have to search. All right. I think they need to get it done because they are totally biased against them. And unless they want sued some more and lose more billions and millions of dollars, they need to stop it now and shut the hell up and become partisan like everyone they used to be. All right, what else we got here? We got CNN. Get this. Clinton's honored Maxwell at the 13 Gala after the allegations come out that she was trafficking children for these pedophiles to use and abuse on Epstein's Island. But they still honored her. So you guys see a problem with this yet? But nothing comes out. Wait until you hear. I just added something about Democrats that you're going to want to hear because we talk about it all the time that the Democrats don't get held accountable for anything. Wait until this. This is going to piss you off, really. Hurt his people. Exactly, Frogface. And welcome, Frogface. Like Pritzker knows anything about constitutional law. He don't know nothing but a menu and a fat, oh, man. And a buffet line, man. You want to get in front of it because there ain't going to be nothing left in that fat bastard. Somebody just put a video on, too, and showing some fat guy rolling around on Chicago streets saying Pritzker's falling and can't get up. Ain't nobody helping him. That was hilarious. I did not get it downloaded. All right, let's keep going here. Here it is, guys. Texas Senate Democrat passes redistricting map, sends it to the governor to get his signature. We all know this because it's been biggest deal. What we got here is Democrat Representative Al Green is fired. His response was, it's racist. There it is. There it is. There's the Democrats' perfect go-to response when something happens that they don't like. Just like, what's her face? Rotten Crotch Crockett. Oh, she's done. When do they get kicked out of office? Does anyone know? Do they get to fulfill their term or what? I don't know. I did not see it here, but I'm glad this was part of it. But this son of a bitch wants to sit there and call it racist now. And, oh, yeah, this is what they do. Every time we turn around, it's racist, you're fascist, you're KKK. They're the KKK. They're the ones that started the group. But now, here, guys, here's the one that's going to piss you off. Texas House GOP caucus votes against, and I'll say that again, against punishing the Democrats who broke quorum to block redistricting efforts for 2 weeks. Yes, they did. I'm not lying to you. They got an easy way to get them out, and they voted against this bill. Here is Andy Hopper. The Texas House Republican caucus just voted against holding the Democrats who fled accountable in any real way. The motion did not pass by the required majority. Now we'll go down to Brian Harrison. Texas GOP caucus just voted against punishing the Democrats who broke quorum. Texas Republican leadership is weak, compromised, and feckless. Texans, you've been betrayed. Texans, you deserve better. Not only that, he made another tweet. By the way, the same House GOP caucus that voted not to even censor these Democrats, voted to censor him last year for supporting Trump-endorsed conservative candidates. The Texas government is run by two groups, Democrats and Democrats cosplaying as Republicans, or what we say, rhinos. Yes, sir, Bob. So now the Democrats don't get into any trouble, like always. And I thought Texas had more tough guys down in Texas, but obviously not, because they're just like the federal government, and they are not holding these piece of shit Democrats responsible for nothing. Oh, yeah. Pisses me off. I'm here just waiting for the staff to run someone out of my parking space. All right, Gregory, I see you there. But I still have not got a response from Jerry. He might not be listening now, or his stuff's not getting through. Something there. We're going to have to find out and let you know, Rogue. Meow, 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 Texas GOP. Exactly, Rogue. Okay, Vic, we got to find out if Jerry gets back on here. Somebody asked Jerry if he's on Rumble. All right, DOJ during Trump's first term stymied, squashed probes on Comey, Clinton, Schiff, and Hunter Biden. The Justice Department and the FBI and the IRS during the first term of Trump administration slow-walked, declined, and to aggressively pursue or squash investigations into potential criminal behavior by James Comey, Hillary Clinton, and her Clinton Foundation, now Senator Adam Schiff, Hunter Biden, and other political sensitive figures. A host of declassification published by Justin News in recent weeks have revealed new details about the investigation by the DOJ, IRS, and everybody, knowing that they have stopped it and they cover up the crimes. Again, what we're seeing, exactly, Shell, it is. You're right. Too much money at stake. We are seeing Democrats getting away with it. And we're seeing it right now, even with this administration. Energy advocates ask AG Bondi to investigate agency that says biasing judges in climate cases. Not only in climate cases, in Trump cases. Even the Supreme Court justices have threatened, or not, I don't want to threaten, but have told the lower courts to be careful what they're doing as far as Trump cases goes. What they don't understand is these lower courts do not want to go against the Supreme Court. They are the top of the dogs. They are the bosses. What they don't realize. And the Supreme Court needs to start handing down some punishment to these lower courts, these activist judges, thinking they can do what they want when they have no right to do it. So we'll see what happens with this. Let me go down through here real quick. And John M. I said hi to John M. Boy, that's taken a while. I said hi to John M. a while ago. Yep, it's a little busy there tonight. Yes, Texas is ridiculous. Those Republicans disappointed me when I saw this just a little bit ago. All right, Pentagon set plans to send guards to Chicago and ready for 19 more states, guys. Believe that or not. Yes, sir. Chicago is among 19 states targeted for the deployment of estimated 1,700 National Guards to aid in immigration enforcement and crime fighting to the Democrat-run cities, 19 states throughout the U.S. We're going to see if it's going, because the states are among Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Nebraska, Nevada, all of these places. New Mexico, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, and Wyoming. These are the ones doing it. And you heard just what I just told you about Prickster, that fat bastard. This stuff's got to get busy. And if they're going to tell them to rise up, the city of Chicago, we need to go to Chicago and help them. Oh, I'll have their backs, all right. But it will be not a pretty sight. I'm telling you that now. Because it's bad enough when I Eric Von Zipper. If somebody doesn't end up going to jail for all the Democrats' corruption, the Republicans are going to lose their midterms and then the rest in 2028. Exactly right, Rogue. That's exactly what's going to happen. But Trump says Chicago and New York are likely the next cities on the federal crime crackdown. And this is everything that's going on, guys. It's really crazy. 714. We got to pick up some more numbers there and get her. But all right, here we go. Let's get on with this. Scott Jennings uses John Bolton's own words against him in the wake of the FBI raid. Listen to this. Let me find it again. Couldn't get the video, but I don't usually play videos anyway. So, well, Jennings said in his clip posted on social media X, I'm reminded of something that I heard someone say after a Mar-a-Lago raid. He said the statement was, everybody ought to just calm down, whether you're a pro-Trump, anti-Trump, and let the process work through. That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's going to happen. But the problem is with this is Bolton have already been found with classified documents he was not supposed to have. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to get ugly. And I think he's still a Republican. He might get in trouble. But if he was a Democrat, this shit would be swept under the rug and be done with it. But we'll see what happens when this gets better here. Sounds good to me. What do we got here? 4 minutes. Sorry, guys. Night. Hey, see you, Colin. Thanks for stopping by. Get some sleep, man. A rotten party of the full spineless punks. Exactly, Dale. No gourmet tonight. Hot dogs on sourdough bread with spicy hot grain mustard. Hey, that's pretty good too, Daniel. I had spaghetti with meat sauce tonight. That was pretty good too. All right, what else we got? Trump tells Maryland governor to clean up after this crime disaster in Baltimore and offers to send troops. We'll see what happens with that. Lieutenant James claims Trump is weaponizing the government. Weaponizing the Justice Department in a fraud case. This is the dumb bitch that has enough nerve to stand up there and say this. Exactly what the Biden administration has done the whole 4 years that she was part of. And she has enough nerve. Remember what I said, guys, and what we always say every time the Democrats tell us that we're doing something, this is something that they've already done. Right, guys? Oh, yeah, most definitely. And here it is again, another perfect example of them trying to accuse the Republicans of doing something that they have been doing for years. Oh, yeah. So there's just another example, and I hope to God they get that on her fraud case. They could get her on everything if they wanted to, but we're not seeing any accountability whatsoever. This is the stuff that I'm telling you that we get lied to about, and they're just lying to us and not holding people accountable like they said they was. All right, here we go. What do we got? We got DeSantis saying, remember the judge told him he has to dismantle Alligator Alcatraz? Ain't no damn way. He says, it's not going to deter us. Government DeSantis responds to judge order to close Alligator Alcatraz. Hell, they're getting ready to open more of them. You think he's going to close that one just because some activist judge says you better do it? Hell no. These activist judges need held accountable too. But once again, we don't see shit. Here it is. This is one good thing that's going on. Judge denies bond for illegal immigrant trucker in deadly Florida turnpike wreck. Which they should deny it. That son of a bitch should never see the light of day again. But if you get the wrong judge, he's going to see it because they're letting murderers off like crazy. But then when you got this, if that's not bad enough, you got nearly 2.5 million people sign a petition in support of this murderer. Oh, yeah. This murderous truck driver charged in fatal crash. Remember we talked about this, guys, about his facial expressions? He gave no shits whatsoever. Vic did show another one, which I did have in here, and I'm probably not going to show it until tomorrow. About another illegal, didn't kill nobody, but and truck driver, can't understand one lick of English, trying to use his cell phone as a translator. Oh yeah, and I'll probably show that one tomorrow. And one of the awesome viewers sent me that. I got a bunch of viewer stuff which we probably won't get to tonight, guys, because I got a lot to go over here still. I'm a dick because I have a tiny dick. Yeah, it's Newsom right there, Alfred. You hit that right on the money right there, man. Kennedy always has me in tears in the responses to their nonsense. Yes, sir, Bob, you got that right. Daniel. Let's keep going. I want to get through these articles real quick here. Truth is like to take you out. Yep. Exactly, Frogface. How many of those 2.5 million are real, right? And this is another reason Democrats are protecting illegals, which a man that could give a shit less who he kills, just like all of them. Remember what I said, and he's an Indian, but he's a Muslim. Oh, yeah. The son of a bitch. They don't care who they kill. And he was just going to go right back to driving again and kill someone else. That's the problem with these Democrat-run states, giving them license to anybody just for the hell of it and trying to kill the trucking industry. What happened to the trucking union? They used to be the biggest badass union you had other than next to the UMWA, but they're pansy asses too, letting these guys get away with taking their rides and stuff and humping their halls and shit. They're ridiculous. Somebody needs to start going back to the badassery unions that we used to have. All right, here we go. U.S. seeks to deport Kilmar to Uganda. This is going to piss you off also. Garcia did appear to the ICE office today where he did get placed under arrest. He is now being held in Virginia. And guess what? An Obama-appointed judge blocks Garcia's deporting. Another activist judge, I'm not lying to you. Obama judge temporarily blocks Trump administration from deporting the MS-13 gang member Kilmar Garcia to Uganda. Sets a hearing for Friday. This piece of shit in here, Paula Exenas, I had her name before. We've heard it before. She's an activist judge. Obama appointee has put a stop to it. She said she was illegal residing in Maryland. And I don't understand this because Fox News said this too. Yesterday that he was illegally deported. No, he was not. He had an active deportation order from under Biden administration. And he was deported legally and lawfully. And how can they sit there and say this? And Fox News, I wouldn't. And also Newsmax said it. They said he was unlawfully deported. No, he was not. He was deported under the old, outstanding, active deportation warrant. I'm so tired of hearing this shit. The son of a bitch can't speak English. Did you guys see that interview with him? He had some fat bitch, I don't know, maybe his sister or something, had to translate for him. He's been in here for years, never learned English, never got his citizenship, nothing. He was caught on camera trafficking more Mexicans and shit, and they're fighting for this asshole. Oh, God, guys, this stuff needs to stop. We don't even want to get into Cracker Barrel. That pisses me off, too. All right, here's a good one, though. Trump today signs executive orders to eliminate no cash bail. That's why that sumbitch is out. But you know what? These dumbass Democrats would have paid his bail no matter what it is. And he says no cash bail for suspects in D.C. and nationwide. Exactly right. Make these people start putting theirs up because right now they got 719 arrests, 91 guns seized in D.C.'s crackdown. This is why they need to make the payments themselves, not bail enforcement. Make them put the money down. It used to be whatever the bail was, and I think it was 15% or 10% that you had to put down on a cash bail. Not anymore. They just let them out on their own recognizances and say, come back when you're supposed to. Oh, yeah. This is pathetic, but this is what you get when you let these people out on bail because we want these people deported, but you got this guy, Kefi Heffy, whatever his clad, anti-ICE protester threatens to stab agent, harm his family in San Francisco mob attack. This is what you get from these illegals. And this is what the Democrats are protecting. Are you serious? Radical right Sean says that Von Holland represents illegals only. This is so pathetic. It's unbelievable. That guy's a piece of shit, too. And you got these people threatening to stab him up. You got that Chicago mayor telling everybody to start fighting in ICE. He should be arrested now, not tomorrow. Exactly. Cracker Barrel has FA'd and FO'd because people, are you going to Cracker Barrel? Anyone can tell me if you're going to go to Cracker Barrel again. I, for one, am not. They want to suck up to the left by doing this, taking Uncle Cracker off and what's his name? I can't remember his name, but taking him off. But they're sitting there and they made a statement today and said, don't worry, he's going to be on our menus and still inside the store, the restaurant, and nothing's going to change. Our rocking chair is going to stay. So why change the emblem? Why? Because the left wants it. The woke wants it. So they're being woke too. Time to treat them like Bud Light. Knock them out of business. They've been in business since like 1969 or something like that. And yes, their stocks have plummeted down 60%. Thank you for that, Rogue. So take them out and treat them like Bud Light. The hell with them. There's no reason to change what works. And you got that woke-ass CEO in there changing stuff. Oh, man, I got into it and I said I wasn't going to. Let's keep going here. Got a few more to get into. What else we got here? We got former Biden Secretary of State. This is funny as hell. And I don't care, but listen to this. Anthony Blinken asked to leave New York Beach by lifeguards. And I don't care if it's about the hurricane or not, but I'm glad they told him to leave. Former Secretary of State Anthony Blinken appeared to have been kicked off a popular New York beach on Friday amid closures that were enforced due to dangerous conditions from Hurricane Aaron. Photos show Blinken, who served under Biden administration, a friend relaxing on beach chairs in the sand as they chatted and looked out over the waters of Chica Beach in East Hampton. A lifeguard and a park patrol vehicle were there then pictured next to Blinken and his pal, who simultaneously seen gathering their belongings, including their beach chairs, shoes, and bags and towels. That was so funny as hell. And the dumbass, when there says there's no beach going on, and he thinks he can just go there whenever he feels like just because of who he is, he's a corrupt piece of shit is what he is. And thinks he can get away with it. Well, I'm glad they kicked that dude off. Check the news was awesome. Jonathan cracked me up with the Gavin Newsom stuff. You got to send me videos, guys. If you get a good video, send it to me to my email or DM or something like that, guys. And my email, conservativeviewpoint@yahoo.com, is down there in the thing. Send it to me, and I'll put it on the air. If I don't get it to one day, because I have a lot of videos, a lot of guys send me stuff, and a lot of stuff we go over. Everybody's leaving over in Wimpkin. The lag's too much. William Brown, what's happening, man? Tammy, good night, Tammy. Comments aren't posting again. Give Jace a shout out. We got to get this stuff fixed. All right, here we go. We got some more here. We got former New York City Councilman Blas Madani. That raghead dude, what's his Madani, says the race for mayor isn't not even close to over. Because former New York councilman says Madani can't do much of what he's promising, even if he is elected. He said that the frontrunner candidate can't do much. He says John Borelli, who served more than 9 years as a councilman, sat down with Fox News Digital to discuss standing in the race to sitting Eric Mayor for former New York Governor Cuomo, the Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa. I can't remember how he does it. But all linger in the field against Madani and his openly socialist agenda. The race is not even close because he sees his set polls after Labor Day sometime around September 10th or 11th. That will then you'll really see the race taking shape. If anybody in New York votes for a Muslim, you deserve what you get. The son of a bitch is attacked on 9/11, and you guys are forgetting that very thing that killed over 4,000 Americans and people. Oh, yeah, destroyed a country, and you guys are thinking about letting this Muslim in there. They all lie, every single one of them, no matter what. And I've got straight up proof and experience with this one, so don't even get me started with that again. Now, a couple off the wall things here. Russia looks to update their nuclear program amid colossal threat from the West. Are you kidding me? They are the ones threatening everyone with nuclear weapons and everything. And they think because we're protecting our interest and why we're protecting Ukraine, I have not a clue. But they want to threaten us with their updating their nuclear systems. Trump needs to break them. They need to destroy their money. Anyone in every country that does business with Russia, crucify them. Throw tariffs through the roof that they can't afford to do business with Russia. Problem is, most good people bolted from the city. That's true, Shell. They could do 9/11 by themselves next time. Exactly. It's going to be right there. So we've got enough terrorist cells going on right now that is going crazy. He probably did go there during lockdown for COVID. Oh, I wouldn't doubt that none. I see that, but I'm glad you're here, William. Let's go here. Yes, exactly. Never forget, people. 9/11 happened because of the Muslims, and you don't want to ever forget that. But it seems like some of these New Yorkers are forgetting it. And according to Shell, most of the good people have bolted from the city. And you can't blame them if they have. That's for sure. I live too close to New York. I don't have no desire to be like that place. Not whatsoever. But now get this. Russia is accusing Ukraine of launching drone attack that led to a fire at their nuclear site. Are you kidding me? Did you guys see the video? It's been on all weekend of Russia drone attack on Ukraine. I mean, they obliterated places. And this is what he's worried about: nuclear site. And they already have Chernobyl. But Russia kills innocent civilians. It's supposed to be against the rules of war. And yes, there's rules in war. And Putin don't give a shit. He just bombs the hell out of people, innocent people, children, women, children, everything, and don't care. But now he's saying he's accusing Ukraine of hitting their nuclear site. Oh, well, so be it. Thanks for pronouncing it as nuclear and not nuclear. Yes, such word. Exactly. That's right, Rogue. But yes, guys, this is what's going on with this. I just threw it in there. I don't really like talking about the Ukraine war because it pisses me off. We have sent so much money, wasted money over to Ukraine, and this war should have never happened, but it happened because of the Biden administration and Joe Biden urging it and egging it on for it to happen. No lie there. You guys paid attention. You guys will see that. And you got liberals that sit there, oh, that's not true. That never happened. It most certainly did happen. It exactly happened that way. I couldn't care less about Ukraine. I only feel sorry for the innocent. Exactly, Shell. The innocent people is the one that's suffering. But remember that Zelensky called, what did he call that? Military, what the hell did he call that? That he could stay in power. So they didn't, they put off the election. So, okay, technically he is the legitimate president of Ukraine, but there should have been a real legal election handled, but it didn't ever happen. So he's only in there for a reason. He wants the war to continue to keep getting money. Russia wants it so they can take over Ukraine. European or the NATO said they will not accept any of Putin's demands. They know he's a punk. They know he's a bully. And they know what he's doing. And I agree with them on that. I don't like NATO. They're not paying what their fair shares, what they should be doing, and they should be starting now. But The fact is they were all totally against us. And then you got Biden in there giving them all the money they want. And everybody else didn't have to pay for nothing. But now Trump's in there and they're sitting there going, well, oh yeah, Putin, bad guy. We can't have that, can we? Oh, Alfred. Well, no, I'm not. But anyways, martial law. Thank you, Rogue. He declared martial law so he could stop the election from going through. And so that's why he is still as president of Ukraine. I bet he wouldn't have if the election would have been held. Hell, they were showing kids dancing in nightclubs and stuff in Ukraine while this war's been going on. Oh, yeah. K3, welcome, K3. Z and Bibi both face consequences when their wars end, so they don't want them to end. Exactly. They don't want the wars to end. There's been so many crimes going on in here that is unbelievable on both sides, on Russia's side, on Ukraine's side, on Israel's side. Gaza, that's all they've done was commit crime. So that's the worst thing that's going on here. All right, let's get over to here. What time we got left? I got enough time to give you the disaster factor tip of the day, and I don't even have my light on. Why didn't you guys tell me I was so dark? Here it is. There it is. Now you can see my pretty face. Let's get to the disaster factor tip of the day, just in case.
Amidst the chaos of a sudden firestorm or an incoming tsunami, survival hinges on your ability to adapt and utilize what's available. Picture this. The power's out, water is scarce, and the internet is obsolete. Professional nature expert Alex Travers emphasizes the importance of constructing a makeshift water filter using available materials like charcoal, gravel, and cloth. Combine this with learning to create fire-resistant shelters using natural barriers and basic tools found at home. In times of need, gardening tools can double up as life-saving equipment. The video further delves into creating simple signaling devices with household mirrors that relay your location to rescuers. These techniques, when combined, provide a comprehensive edge, ensuring both safety and sustenance, empowering viewers to face nature's worst with confidence.
There you go, guys. There's your disaster factor tip of the day right there. We definitely got that in. Oh, whoops. That went off right there. So we got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. And John M. said 9/11 was George Bush's number 43 within the help of the ragheads. And that was most definitely right. And this is just because they threatened a daddy. They threatened to hurt my daddy. So he was going to go into Iran and all them places under false pretenses saying they had weapons of mass destruction. And they did not. Just an excuse. McGraham needs to go home to mommy. Ain't that the fact? It's also called suspension of habeas corpus. Yes, Rogue, thank you for that. And there's just been so much wrong with all these wars. But Trump they got the majority of them stopped. And we're going to see what happens with Israel and Gaza and Russia and Ukraine. I don't know if it's going to get stopped. If we stop giving Ukraine money and weaponry, it'll stop. And you got to stop Russia. As simple as that. Because they did the 600 and what did we say last week? It was 600 and some drone attacks. And that was the biggest escalation in the war period. And that's what's got to get stopped if it's ever going to stop. But they said that Putin doesn't seem like he wants to make peace. That's what they're saying. But according to the vice president, our vice president, said that they have something in the works, but they still have no meeting arranged for Putin and Zelensky to meet. So we're going to see what happens out in the next day. But yes, he did say no U.S. boots on the ground, Shell. Thank you for that. So that is one good thing. So we're going to see what happens, guys. That's all we can do. We can wait and see. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this Monday night for another great episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. I want to thank you. If it wasn't for you guys, this wasn't be going on. So it's been a busy night and a busy day, and I'm going to get off here and try to get ready for tomorrow's show. 1404. That's so low, Shell. We got to pick it up a little bit more there and get her. We got to. I don't know what to do, but let me see what this says. The arms that Trump promised the UN worth billions are being sold to Ukraine by the UN at a 10% markup. Wow. Man, Alfred, I hope you're not talking to me. Ukraine is the hub of international sex trafficking. Oh, I can believe that one. Where did it go? Not much of that money went over there. Most laundered by the Biden cartel. Oh, most definitely William Brown. Because he didn't even, Zelensky didn't even know how much money. He gave that away. And it was like 81 billion. And he said he got like 35. Oh, yeah. So the Biden administration had been laundering all that money. And it's crazy. The whole deal with Russia and Ukraine, he doesn't want a NATO nation on border due to missiles being placed closer to Moscow. Oh, yeah, I did see that, Tim. Thank you for that. The war was created by the warmongering government, including the U.S. government. It most definitely was. And I watched every minute, every time he said it. And I did videos and I did live streams on that. Every time he said it, he was instigating them to do it, and they weren't even doing anything. And Biden kept pushing, and that's what happened. I noticed he did buy some homes, my brother's keeper, and yachts and stuff. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So, dictator of Ukraine. Most definitely, Frogface. You got that right. We've been supporting them forever. We're still paying the Taliban money for Joe Biden's horrific withdrawal from Afghanistan, which it just rolled over 4 years now. Oh, yeah. So, we'll see what happens here, guys. That was the Cold War agreement violated by Obama and the UN and NATO. Most definitely, guys. But thanks again, guys, for tuning in. And I hope you guys will come back tomorrow night for another great episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. So I'm going to leave you with this. Make sure your notice goes out. I do. I put out an ad every day, Calico Crazy. If you guys get on there and share them, that'll appreciate it. So I'm going to leave you with this. As our program draws to a close, guys, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us tonight. Your support is the cornerstone of this broadcast, and it allows us to deliver the principled conservative analysis that is so crucial in today's political landscape. If you found value in our discussion this evening, I urge you to share this live stream with your friends, families, and colleagues. By helping us expand our audience, you're not just supporting our show, you're contributing to the movement that champions common sense, fiscal responsibility, and American values. So remember to mark your calendars and join us again tomorrow night for another insightful and provocative episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. We will continue our mission to provide the facts and perspective that you deserve. So until then, guys, have a good night. Don't forget to stay visual, stay informed, and never, never back down. And I'll see you back here live tomorrow night, 9 p.m., right after the Rebel Chick with a Cause, which starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, like always, have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you back here live tomorrow. Good night, everyone.